ITA kickoff weekend will start our January 26th through the 29th, but it's only 2 matches in 2 days, by the way. And I'm going to start on the men's side first on what the teams are. Obviously, Virginia's number 3 in the country. And I'm basing this based on the draft from a while back. That's where I'm referring to these teams here. Virginia's number 3 in the country, but Penn, FAU, and Northern Arizona, they're not ranked. So they shouldn't have problems. Now, Ohio State is number 1 currently. Oregon, Boise State, and Vanderbilt, they're not ranked right now at all. So, yeah, Ohio State shouldn't have problems. Now, Texas, they do have Utah, but they're no longer a receiving votes team. They're not even on the receiving votes at all. But Oklahoma State is. And UTSA is not ranked or receiving votes right now. So it's not really. I think Texas obviously is number 4 in the country as of the last poll. So, I really don't think they should have trouble, but you cannot underestimate Oklahoma State, and it's a conference opponent. So, but Texas has a lot of doubt and a lot this year. Now, TCU is not currently number 5 in the country, but Tulsa, Princeton, and Rice, they're not receiving votes. They shouldn't have problems. Now, Kentucky, that's currently number 10 in the country, they have to deal with. And by the way, those the middle 2 teams after the host sites are going to play against each other, while the outsides, like Texas and UTSA, they play each other. Then the winner, and obviously the losers, the winners of both those matches will play against each other, and the losers will play against each other. So somebody's going to go on too. So just a heads up on that. In Alabama, Nebraska, and Notre Dame, they're not ranked or receiving votes, so Kentucky should have no issues. Now, Michigan is a little bit of a different story. First of all, they have a new head coach. They lost half of the lineup from last year, and Michigan's currently number 14 in the country. And there's Stanford, who is currently ranked higher at number 9 in the country, and Memphis is ranked at number 22. So, and Michigan will play Nevada, but they should not lose to Nevada. It's a matter of, do they lose to Stanford or Memphis? That makes it intriguing right there. Now, Georgia, they're ranked number 19 in the country, and they'll play Louisiana, but they're not ranked or receiving votes. But Texas A&M is ranked, actually one spot higher at number 18, so that does make it a little bit interesting. And Auburn is receiving votes as well, so yeah, that's very intriguing. And it's 3 SEC teams in there. Now, South Carolina is currently ranked number 2 in the country, which you can make an argument for number 1 if you want, because look, they beat Virginia. They're number 1 team at the time. Now, South Carolina will play Clemson, which is not ranked or receiving votes, by the way. So, in the first match, in Louisville and LSU, they're not ranked or receiving votes right now. So, I wouldn't think South Carolina would have issues. Now, Tennessee is currently number 6 in the country. And they have Oklahoma. First of all, they play USF, South Florida. They're not ranked or receiving votes, but they either play Oklahoma, who's receiving votes, or Washington. And Washington's not receiving votes, but Oklahoma is. And last year, Tennessee and Oklahoma played each other, and it was a tight match. So it makes it somewhat intriguing. I just think it's more like between those 2 teams, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, USC is the next region I'm going to go over. They're number 7 in the country. And first they'll play SMU, which that's that's a team right there that has a really good court 1. They're not ranked or receiving votes, but you cannot overlook them. You shouldn't. Then there's like San Diego that's receiving votes or right now, and Texas Tech lost to Abilene Christian at home. Makes it a little bit interesting if it's San Diego and USC, but that's an SMU match. Makes it a little bit more interesting. But we'll wait and see what happens now. Now Duke, they got pushed by VCU over the weekend 4-3. And Duke is currently ranked number 8 in the country. Who do they have? First of all, they play NC State, which they're ranked number 23. So it's not like a easy match right away. But Middle Tennessee and Cal lost to Santa Clara. And Cal is not even receiving votes, let alone ranked. So, but Middle Tennessee, they're not ranked or receiving votes either, but you cannot sleep on them. So that makes it a little bit interesting there. Now, Harvard, they lost to Memphis. And guess what? They played their first match against UCLA. And UCLA is not like ranked or receiving votes, but you cannot sleep on them. I'm just telling you. Then it's Ole Miss and Northwestern, but Northwestern's not even ranked or receiving votes. They're really in a struggle bust this year, it looks like. So really, they should now Ole Miss on their hand, they're not ranked or receiving votes either. So makes it a little bit interesting there. I mean, now North Carolina, they're currently number 16 in the country, and their first match is against Illinois. They're not like ranked or receiving votes, so to speak, but you cannot sleep on them. But then it's like Wake Forest and Florida, and Wake Forest is actually ranked number 17. And Florida is ranked number 20, and they have a new head coach. So this is definitely an interesting region right here. I mean, before North Carolina, first of all, you got to deal with a potential ACC opponent. It's not like a necessarily easy match against Illinois or whoever, and then whoever they've played the next round. Now, Arizona is interesting. They're number 13 in the country right now. And they play Miami, Florida, but they're not ranked or receiving votes, so they shouldn't have issues with that match. Now, Tulane is not ranked or receiving votes, but Baylor is ranked number 24. And maybe that might be a little bit too low for them, considering what they have this year, and they're healthier right now. And Arizona, if Baylor gets past like a good Tulane team, and Tulane has not played a single dual match this year, and maybe some of these other teams don't, and I haven't played a dual match period up to this point, but you know, we'll have to wait and see. Y'all could check out on each team, but if Baylor gets past Tulane, then Arizona might be in trouble. Honestly, I really do. Because I know Arizona's Court 1 might not be as good as Arizona State's Court 1. And Baylor got pushed by them. And it was on the road. And those two teams, Baylor and Arizona, should have played on Sunday. But the weather permitted that from happening. And yes, Arizona does not have an indoor facility. And some of these places don't have indoor facilities. So they have to hope for good weather. So I'm just telling you, and it takes money to get indoor facility to begin with. It does. And Arizona's hurting for money. They're down $240 million. Yeah. I'm just telling the truth. I'm sorry, it's the truth. Now, Mississippi State. They're number 12 in the country. And by the way, the Arizona region is very interesting. And Mississippi State, like I said, is number 12 in the country. Their first match is against VCU, and they pushed Duke. So you cannot sleep on them. First of all, Mississippi State, that's a good VCU team. Now, Florida State is ranked number 25. So, and while Arizona State is not ranked or receiving votes, but they pushed Baylor 4-3, and Baylor won that match. So that's not going to be necessarily an easy second match either, whoever they play. So that's considered an interesting region for me. So, and there will be live stats and live video for this, so y'all could keep track. And I will recap all the matches in terms of like scoreline, like 4-0, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, but not like every single doubles match or singles match, because that would be too many. But if y'all are interested in particular matches, I will look at that. I will find that out right away, and I will tell y'all. And it's going to be interesting because there's a lot of parity this year. Really, I would say 5 through 25 now this year. And yes, Michigan State's ranked right now, but they're not in ITA kickoff weekend. It's because they were too low to be in that draft a year ago, or not ranked high enough to be in a drafting. So, but they have other matches. It's just not ITA kickoff weekend. And Columbia, by the way, is not playing. It's because they are hosting the National Indoors this year. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more, so I'm making money off this. Of course, liking the video, comment video really helps YouTube algorithm, so more people could see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people could watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe button. It's free to the notification bell as well.